Hello and greetings friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am taking you through a look at Cambria Pines Lodge located in Cambria, California, which is on the Central Coast. Cambria Pines Lodge is one of our favorite hotels to visit whenever we go to Cambria. They offer a bunch of different amenities and accommodations to fit every family's needs. One of the highlights to staying at Cambria Pines Lodge is definitely being able to walk through their beautifully manicured landscaped gardens. They have so many different walking paths and little areas where you can sit down and just take it all in, relax and listen to the birds and just see all of the beautiful flowers and plants that they have planted on their property. There's so many areas. You can spend like a good hour just walking around and checking everything out. So before we get into a room tour of one of the large suites that we booked, let's do a walking tour of their gardens. Part of the garden area, there is some outdoor dining, which by the way, I have a pretty detailed blog post in the description box down below if you are interested in finding out more about Cambria Pines Lodge. But these two areas are a part of the Cambria Pines Lodge restaurant. It's outdoor dining and there's a couple of fireplaces. It's really cozy and comfortable, and it is on a first come, first served basis. And they do have some other outdoor seating areas that aren't covered, and I do believe they bring in some heaters. Yes, there's some heaters right there. So if you do want to enjoy the nice, cool, clean Cambria air, you can do that outside. Otherwise, you can be seated inside the lodge restaurant. And by the way, you do get a complimentary hot breakfast every morning for your stay, and it changes daily. So it's always very good and we love it. Oh, and by the way, the Cambria Pines Lodge property is massive. However, they do have signs located throughout the property, so you should never get lost. So I mentioned that Cambria Pines Lodge restaurant is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but there is also the Fireside Lounge, and this is your place where you can listen to live music. I think it's every night. You just have to check their calendar, but you can sip on a glass of local wine or local beer, hang out in this area. It actually gets pretty busy at night. Locals do tend to come here too, which is really cool. That just shows what type of environment and how cool and laid back that this place really is. All right, so let's get on with our room tour. We booked a large suite, which accommodates up to 6 guests in this room, which is perfect for our family. We were able to kind of spread out, but yet still be together, if that makes sense. So this was very, very comfortable for us. So right here is the living room, the living space. That couch does come out into a bed. You have some chairs, you have a TV right here, along with a gas fireplace, and then there's a little portable heater right there, which you might need. It does get really cold at night in Cambria. There's also a dining table with a lip that does fold out in case you need the extra room. They do provide some glassware, like for if you want wine. Of course, you're in wine country, you need to have some glassware. So they do provide that. They do have a Murphy bed too, which is very, very cool for all of those extra guests that you have. However, you do need to call maintenance to come in and pull that down for you, because they use a key to pull that down. And then you would just keep it down for the remainder of your stay. And then the bathroom is really neat too. It's kind of like a Jack and Jill bathroom. It connects into the master bedroom, but there's multiple doors so that you can always have your privacy. And heading into the master bedroom here, you have a very, very comfortable bed. We actually slept very good for the 2 nights that we were there. You also have your own gas fireplace, which is a very nice touch, a large desk. And by the way, you should bring a power strip with you if you have a lot of electronic devices to charge, and just to keep it all organized and in one area. You also have a dresser and a flat screen TV. And you also have your own private patio, which I will show here in a second. But you have a little kind of reading nook, comfortable area, or an area for like a pack and play, which is what we used as well. It's very spacious, very roomy, enough room for all of like your luggage, and if you have little ones, for strollers. So it just felt very homey and comfortable, and we really enjoyed it. And so also located in this room is another vanity area. So you're gonna have your sink here, your towels, and just extra counter space for all of your toiletries, so that everyone has enough room for all of their items. And there is also a closet right behind you, and in that closet you're going to find like those little luggage holders in case you don't want to use that open area for your luggage. And you do have some hangers if you need to hang anything, and then some extra blankets and an ironing board here too, in case you want to get dapper and iron your stuff. But it's pretty casual. Cambria is pretty casual, so it's there just in case. Also, when you go into the living space, you do have like a kettle to make coffee, and they provide some coffee essentials. They also have some tea and sugar and some cups. There's a microwave, a mini fridge too, which is great if you want to chill any wine or milk or yogurts or whatever it is that you bring with you. You're able to stuff it in there, so that's a nice amenity. And then right behind the kitchenette area is another closet. And in this closet is the pillows, a bunch of extra pillows, some more hangers. So it does have a lot of space in there, and that's great whenever you have a lot of people. So with any room that you book at Cambria Pines Lodge, you are given either a patio or a balcony. So we're ground floor, so we have a private patio outside, and it is so lovely. And you have a couple of chairs so that you can enjoy the morning with a nice cup of coffee or have a glass of wine in the evening. There are a lot of activities to do at Cambria Pines Lodge, but one of my favorite activities that you can do there is take the walking path to the Village of Cambria. So this path is a little bit tricky. It is not for the faint of heart, that is for sure, because they have 257 steps there installed on the side of a mountain, and it's pretty steep coming back up. Of course, you can just stop and take some breaks to get your breath, but you know what? It is worth it. So if you are up for that type of activity, it is very, very fun and kind of nice to just get out into the side of the mountain, get into nature, and you can walk to town, get some coffee, get something to eat, and then make your way back up to the lodge. So that is a nice amenity to have. So if you really want to see what the rest of the trail looks like, keep on watching. I'm just going to speed it up. I wanted to just take video for people that were curious, or for those that, would like to do this but aren't quite sure if they can make it. So I'm just going to speed this up right here, or you can go ahead and just click to the next chapter. Another thing I should probably mention too, if you are traveling with kids, I probably would not take smaller kids. I would trust my older son on this type of path, but there's no handrails. So you have to be kind of careful. There is a steep ravine type area off of the side. So just use your best judgment for your kids. But I would definitely say this is appropriate for maybe like 8 years and up. It's kind of ironic how they have handrails built in where it's like pretty much the safest part of the trail. Maybe one day they can add some handrails to the rest of the walking path. That would be great, because then it would just encourage more families to probably traverse this type of path. But once you get down, you will see that you are entering into the east side of Cambria Village. So you're basically stepping foot onto Burton Drive, right where it tees off. And so if you just head down Burton Drive, you're going to find a lot of different restaurants and shops. If you're taking an early morning walk, you can head down to the French Corner Bakery. That would be a great option. Or Mojo's Village Bean. They have coffee too. You're just going to have to check websites for hours, but there are a lot of dining options over here. There are activities to do. There's a dog park located nearby. Also, you can rent bikes. There's a new bike shop down on this side of the village. There's also a wine tasting room called Fermentations, where you can sip on some wine for a really good price. So there's lots to do. But for right now, what I'm going to do is just take you on a very, very short walking tour of this side of the village. I didn't get all of the village, but I got some of it. So if you're interested, keep on watching. And then to get back, you're just going to come back the exact same way that you came down. You're going to take all those 257 steps again. It is quite a workout, guys, but it's really nice and invigorating to do that. So I'm also going to share with you guys just a little bit more of the grounds. So during Christmas time, this place becomes very, very popular from November to December for the Cambria Christmas Market. And that is where they feature a bunch. I'm talking 2 million plus Christmas lights, like splayed out for everybody to see. see. They also have some vendors set up to sell their local goods, such as treats and just crafts. So it is a very popular location to be at. You need to have tickets to go to the market, but it would be way more beneficial to book a package with Cambria Pines Lodge to have access to the Cambria Christmas market, because it gets very, very busy in this location with just locals trying to park and out of town people just trying to visit the market. So I definitely recommend making a reservation with Cambria Pines Lodge and getting those tickets very early, like as soon as they become available, because they do sell out. Another activity that you could do at Cambria Pines Lodge is enjoy their heated pool and their jacuzzi. I believe the hours are from 8 to 10. That could change though, so you would always just need to check with the front desk to see when the hours are. But there's also a really cool that I couldn't share on the very beginning walking tour because it was being used, but there's a very cool banquet area outside, kind of near the dining area, that can be used for weddings or like corporate events or something. But we have been several times when there's weddings have been going on, and it's beautiful. They have the gazebo set up all nice, and this outdoor area just set up beautifully with linens and beautiful like china. So they do a great job of providing a great atmosphere for those type of events. Guys, there's so much to do. There's yet another thing I want to talk about, and that's that there is another separate walking path to go to the Cambria Nursery and Florist, which is really just right around the corner, but they have their own dedicated walking path to the nursery. It takes maybe 5 to 10 minutes. I'm going to do just another quick speed through walking tour of what that looks like, but it's a very gentle, there's no steps involved whatsoever. We took our stroller. It's very easy to get to. And the Cambria Nursery is just an attraction in its own. It's beautiful. We spent a lot of time there, and we go every single time we go to Cambria. And of course, we cannot just skip over the fact that we are only 5 minutes away from the beach. Moonstone Beach is located literally probably 5 minutes away. It is an awesome, beautiful beach. There is a wooden walking path that is currently being redone, remodeled. So hopefully that boardwalk by the time you go to Cambria will be finished, but it's easily accessible to anybody, wheelchair, stroller. It is very easy just to walk on. Beautiful views. Now the beach area itself is not ideal for sand play, to build like sand castles and whatnot. It's more of a relaxing type of stroll because the beach is really sandy, and they call it Moonstone Beach for a reason. There's a lot of pebbles and rocks, but if you're looking for things to do with your kids, they do have some tide pools, very cool tide pool areas that you can go down into. We flew a kite there, so I mean it's large enough that where you can fly kites if you want to do that. But it's just mostly gorgeous to go and view. And that is it for this Cambria Pines Lodge tour. If you are needing some more information about Cambria Pines Lodge or want to see more photos, go ahead and head down to the description box below this video. I will link my blog post, and hopefully that will be helpful to you for your next trip to Cambria. And as always, guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel on your way out. I would really appreciate your support, and we will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.